Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Delusional's Arcade. So in this episode, we're actually going to finally convert this. This is the Miss Pac-man that you saw in previous episodes that my buddy Jason gave me. He's actually here again visiting, and he actually brought the other cabinet that used to be a converted Ninja Gaiden. So we're gonna actually swap this one into that one and continue our series for the restoration of this Miss Pac-man. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump right into the video. Okay, so we're back. Jay's actually in the back now. We're actually switching everything out where he's removing the panel. Those are proprietary joysticks, right, Jay?
Yeah, I think so.
For Ninja Gaiden, I think they have top fire, which makes it unique. And this board set is for sale if you guys want to buy it. I'm planning not to keep it. I actually bought this cabinet originally, right, to make it a gapless. I said, holy crap, there's the cab. It was very cheap. I think I paid maybe $1.50 for it.
Yeah, we paid. Well, the seller down by me wanted $300, and then I negotiated them down to $150. It had sat on Facebook Marketplace for a few weeks. He had no hits on it, and he agreed to $150. And you have the pictures I sent you. When we picked it up, the whole cabinet was black.
Yep.
And he had no idea that the Miss Pac art was underneath it, and about 8 hours of me scrubbing it with alcohol and magic eraser and Windex and everything else to get it back to being a Miss Pac.
Yeah, so here's the actual marquee. And I'm probably going to sell it as a set, I guess a conversion.
Yeah,
because it has the joysticks and everything. He has the bezel right there. I think there's a crease in it because someone folded it. They probably shipped it, is what it is.
Because I think it was sold.
Yeah,
I don't think
right here.
Gaiden was sold as a dedicated cab. I think
You're right. I think it was sold as a kit. Yeah, so this might be the official kit for a Midway cabinet. Anyway, it is up for sale. If you guys want it, just comment or message me over at Twitter at Del's Arcade. But this cabinet will become instead, I wanted to have it a prototype, but instead it's going to become a dedicated gapless cab with the Pacific Arcade's graphics. And these are the cabinets right here. So this is the original one. This one's vertically mounted. So it has this bar here that it's supposed to have. But this one does not have that bar because Ninja Gaiden, as you know, is a horizontal game. So we're going to remove this monitor, easily transplant this over with the bar. I have these bars somewhere. I just got to find them. But for now, really the priority is to get this cabinet guts into this one, the 96 one and the Ms. Pac all in there. And then we'll actually just leave this out probably. And then I'll make this one here back into a vertical for gapless. So that's our plan. But we did see something weird, right, Jay?
Yeah.
It's like this little black box. Do you guys know what that is? If you guys want to know what it is, if you know what it is, just comment. But we found this box.
It's wired into the switching power supply.
Yeah.
Here. And then there's also it looks like a credit button that comes off of it here. And then it's wired into the front. There's no markings on it whatsoever. There's a small number of 553723 here. It's got something to do with I've never seen one in the game before, but that doesn't mean much since I'm pretty much so noob to this.
If you guys know, comment, but I'm thinking it's some sort of timer. Maybe the guy would put it in and basically press a button and then it would time it. But other than that, or maybe they paid for credits.
Or
I have no idea.
Wrong and we don't know what
it could be what we're not talking about. You're right,
yeah. But
yeah,
got this nylon sheath on the outside of it.
It looks like heavy duty quality or something.
Yeah. Weird.
And it's,
I want to open it up and see what's inside.
Yeah, it's just taped up, so I'm wondering why. I guess because they put that double-sided tape. Yeah. Where was it stuck? It was on the side right there, right?
Right here to the inside wall.
Yeah, so we don't know what that is, but either way, this is a G07 in there. All we have to do is just convert it and turn it sideways. But whoever did it last got rid of the bars that go across right here into the other side.
And we both have seen, like, as we went through this to get it working when it was still in Virginia, there was some crazy janky stuff going on inside this cab with how they hacked into the wiring harness. And
well, we're going to rip the whole thing out.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to toss the harness, put a brand new one in there, and then, we're going to make the gapless a JAMA-based cab. That way I can put a 2-in-1 switcher there because I want to make it gapless and Galaga. And it's pronounced Galaga on my channel, by the way.
And in my house, on my Galaga.
That's how it is. It's not the other Galaga, Galaga. It's Galaga, man. Comment if you agree on that. All right, so we're looking at this thing here. He actually cut it open. Looks like it was taped closed. But where, yeah, it's some sort of interface board that's housed. It has its own power supply, obviously. Watch out, there might be some caps in there. Yeah, these are relays. That's exactly what it is.
Yep.
So these relays right here, it connects to this interface. This is actually on the coin door.
Yeah.
And then it probably, when you put quarters in, it turns it on and it registers like, okay, you can play for 5 minutes.
Yep.
Kind of like a play choice, right? Where it's timed. I think these were illegal. So this is a shady operator who painted over a Ms. Pac-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Shame on that guy. All right, so let me, I guess, change the angle here and we'll try to get in. We should just do, I guess, one at a time at this point, but let's get this sucker out of here. So let's do that right now.
The monitor from the front.
We can't really see it, but I didn't even realize there's an LED right here. Or it could be a camera.
Or a sensor, yeah.
I think you're right. I think it might be a sensor of some sort.
That box connected into here on the back on this wiring harness, and then on the back side of this. And I stripped this game. I spent 8 hours cleaning it, and I never noticed this until just now.
And this was grounded?
No, it was supposed to be grounded. No, it's not even in ground. It's just the wiring tucked up inside of it.
I wonder if that's a wireless.
All right, that is really. What would that serve the purpose of? I wonder if it's like a power save feature where you walk in front of the game and it powers it on. Dude, I'm at a loss. I don't know what that is. People are gonna watch this video and be like, "These two guys are a bunch of bozos." They obviously don't know what that is.
Yeah, if I had to theorize, like I said, it's some sort of credit thing, and I guess when someone walks away, instead of other people playing it, it's kind of like the parking. You ever park and you drive away, it actually resets the meter. So people can't come in and take your money, your time.
You've been doing this hobby a lot longer than I have. Have you ever seen
I've never seen that. I don't know what that is. Hang on. All right.
It's out.
Cool. 1943 burn-in. And you can actually see the maze as well if you zoom in here for the maze for Pac-Man, which then eventually became... So this is a second conversion, Jay. This is probably painted black, made in 1943.
Or he put a monitor from a 1943 into the conversion.
No, because there's Pac-Man burn-in.
Oh, there is on that one?
Yeah.
Really? But
Yeah.
there's no Ninja Gaiden burn-in.
I think, I mean, if I'm looking at it right, it almost looks like Super Pac-Man burn-in. And it says Midway 1980. See it? Power, insert coin.
Was 1943 a Midway game?
Capcom.
Was it?
Super is burned in. This is a Super Pac-Man monitor.
This thing's had quite the life.
Yep, Super Pac-Man, 1943, Ninja Gaiden, and who knows what else was on here.
Originally I said I didn't want to swap this and just leave this and leave that one. I think we're going to just move the whole thing over. Because this is so hacked up at the bottom, it's going to take us a lot more time to redo all this versus use the one that we know is working.
Yeah, I agree. And then the thing is, those also had vampire stuff on them, right?
Yep, and that's what I just found in the bottom here. When they converted it and they cut everything, they used vampire clips down here as well.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. We can repair those vampire things by soldering it. And if you take it off, we can just bring it over to the soldering station.
Yeah.
We don't have to
That's
unplug
yeah,
everything.
exactly.
So I'll take care of that right away.
That one's fine.
Okay, guys, PSA. This is a power supply that we had in there. It looks like there was some sort of char marks. You can see around here it's discolored. I thought it was just wearing of the paint, but when you go like this, it actually rubs off on your hand. So this is a Peter Chow. Whenever I see Peter Chows, I always take them out.
Peter
I always
Chow,
go with
not
the half.
now.
Yeah, exactly. So the Peter Chows, for me, I always take them out. I put in the half pros. They're a little more money, especially now. I've seen them as high as like $40-something, but you can get them. I think Arcade Shop has the cheapest price out of all of them. It's either 20 and change or maybe the low 30s. But they're really worth it. It's a half pro and it has everything you need. There's some specialty ones that have, like this one has, let's see, they all have -5, +5, but I've seen -12 on some of them. And I usually save those, but this one's going right in the garbage because it is charred. This also, this knob is all, can't even get to it. It's pushed in. So this one's going in the garbage. We do not want, it's not worth it for like $30 savings. You don't want to have a fire in your house. So get rid of stuff like this. So look, it's 1 credit. And then this here is going to the, this is the thing that you use for as an operator where you put the magnet and it touches it. It basically magnetizes it, it lets go, and it goes clink and it hits it. So yeah, look, they even shrink tubed it. It was serious business, man. It wasn't like, this was professionally installed, like they knew what they were doing. But I really don't know what that is. I wonder if this was the beginning of the dollar bill acceptors or like the card swipes where people would just walk it up and they could just make it into free play. And then this goes here to that.
And then that went to the brown box. And then the brown box had a credit button. And I think maybe that was what the red button was
I think
for.
it might have been a service button, just like, I mean, where's the, it's missing too on this. We're going to have to take from the other one. The actual service switch.
Yeah.
Which is fine because it's all connected.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, they put it over here.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, I've never seen something like that. Usually, typically, like on my midway cabs, it's mounted over here.
See this? There's a
key, yeah.
Yeah, the original, if it is the original key.
And it was drilled out through the back.
Yeah. Well, it didn't even have a back door on it.
Oh, really? So it's missing?
That black panel was a replacement door.
Yeah. And then this is a counter, which was disconnected, of course.
So 64,521 is what's on the...
Well, don't forget, it was not only a Ninja
No, I know.
It was all the other ones, too. So then, where does this go? And then, instead of desoldering it, since I don't really care about those, I'm going to cut these two. Right here. We'll resolder it with the other one once we put it in.
Look,
So,
there's like a small, you see this white shim inside of it? That was the housing for the sensor.
Yeah, and there's a cap. I don't know if that's stock. I don't think it is.
Look at your other door.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, this was connected to that.
Yeah.
So let's take it out. Just to get it out completely, and then...
Does this one go to this mech?
Yep. Let's see, yeah, down here. I'll just cut it. The scissor again.
This is crazy, dude.
1, 2.
How you gonna coin it up now?
I'm gonna solder
because
it.
we're putting the 96 in one, it'll be set to free play.
Yeah, but not only that, I mean, we're putting the other harness right to this.
You're gonna have to cut this, Jay, right here.
We gotta figure out...
See where they hacked into it?
Oh, man. Yeah, well, maybe we'll switch coin doors too. But again, I have a brand new coin door that's going in this.
Yeah.
Neither one is actually going to be there, so I'm going to rewire it anyway, so I'm not worried about it. Okay, guys, so I actually clipped off this LED. We thought it was some sort of sensor, infrared, we're not really sure. But it lit up kind of like an amber, and typically infrared is invisible, and then when you put a camera on it or something, it actually, you can see the light. But anyway, we did it. It just lit up amber, which you could see with your naked eye without the camera. So we're thinking it's just an LED. So when the game was active, we're guessing it was on, and it would, you know, be fine, and it would do the relays to give it credits. But then, well, for whatever reason, when the time runs out or whatever that box does, this actually would shut off, and it would cut off the use of the credit, you know, button. So, yeah, very strange. Not really sure what it does. Maybe it works the opposite way where, because both of them are connected to the credits, where you put a quarter in, it gets your quarter, obviously, starts the game, but it also triggers this little timer to turn on. That's probably what it is, Jay.
Yeah.
Makes sense, right? And then it turns the little timer on, this LED will turn on, and then when this shuts off, I guess a timer relay shuts off the game or something. I'm not even sure. So if you guys know, leave in the comments. We're going to put it on Twitter and Instagram so you guys can see and kind of guess as to what this thing is. But we're really, really curious. But, you know, it's kind of cool seeing janky stuff like this, the stuff that operators did to maximize their profit or to, you know, just maintain their games. Because, you know, I've seen other hacks.
Cheap players.
Yep, and cheap players out of their money. You know, similar to those claw things where they set the air to be terrible where it drops your prize. So, yep, now it's all regulated. It's a little different. But back then, you know, it was the Wild West out there. So, there you go.
Oh.
This is just how yours was. There's just so many sharp edges, you gotta be careful. So I'm gonna transplant this over here.
Stuff.
Can you grab it? All right, so I did it all inside. You can see it's nice and clean. You can see the spot where it was just stained, I guess, from the dirt. I didn't clean it that good. But it's, you know, there's no smell or anything. There was no, like, I guess, animal waste or anything down there. Nothing was living there. So we're going to actually put the power supply block in there with the ISO. And we're going to clean it up with some rubbing alcohol. I use 99%, along with bronze, you know, metal brush to keep it from scratching it, and it should come out really nice. So let's do that right now.
So as Del and I have been going through these, we were able to find the serial number on the back of the cab. This one's 9,374. And then on the inside here, there's also what's left of a shipping slip with the same number of 9374.
Never see that. I didn't really catch
So
that.
it's
there it is.
It's a sub 10,000 production number on this Miss Pac.
Yeah, that's low considering how many they made.
Right, and this one, the one that we're transplanting, is 69,000.
024.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a sub 10,000 unit, and then one that's way higher.
Almost 70,000.
And
look,
look
it doesn't have. Oh yeah, it does. It has something there. 69024. There it is.
Yep. And look at the difference in the condition of the cab. Like the one that got covered up with black paint like 30 something years ago, versus the one that was still on location down in North Carolina. Probably exposed to slightly different beach type elements or whatever.
That's true. I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
The salt water might have just made the grain come out.
So
into this cab it goes. We already put the monitor in. I just got to bolt it down. This monitor eventually I'm going to take out to recap. I think what we're going to do is just transplant it because we know it works. But it is kind of hanging off the frame itself. We kind of zip tied it in the meantime. It's pretty stable, but I'd like to mount it properly. But since we're going to cap it, I'll do that later. We'll probably put the other one, we could probably slide the other one in there horizontally just to get it out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, have a place to put it for now. Yeah, definitely.
And then I'll pull it, cap that, and then maybe do a tube swap actually, and then have a burn-free one in this. That would be beautiful. Yeah. And it's supposed to really technically be a G07. This is a G07 with a way out chassis because I guess the G07 chassis died. But it does look really good, the picture, so.
And it's I know people hate on them just like they hate on the Matsushita that I like, but I thought it was a really simple chassis when we recapped it.
Yeah, there's a lot more caps on it though, but it is pretty simple to do. You're right, it just has the 2 screws that slides right out. Cool, all right, so let's go ahead and stick the power block in there and then clean it up. All right, so we're grabbing it. I'm letting Jay do most of the work, that way I can capture everything that's going on here.
Yeah, that way when it doesn't work,
yeah, I could blame him.
You can blame me.
So we're doing this as a team. We're just tag teaming, and I got the cleaning duty this time.
You know, the coolest part of this, right, is that this game was never intended to be a Miss Pac-Man again.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, here we go. Back to being a Miss Pac.
So brand new, nice and soldered. We have a great solid connection. I got to take these out. I actually had another gray one. I just can't find it, and I know I'm going to find it. And I wanted to replace it with these bigger ones here, but I'd really rather just use the original. So this I'm going to toss. That can also cause interference, so you want to switch that out. These are only like $2 or $3, maybe $4 at max, but they're really good. These are the filters, so the line filter. So guys, check this out. This is the marquee that was in the Miss Pac. Remember I told you I had the bolts you saw in a previous episode? We actually took it apart today, and I wanted to show you the back of it. It has these long bolts, you can see that, with these nuts on there. I have no idea what purpose this serves. We're going to throw it back on the other cabinet, that way it at least has a marquee of some sort.
For now.
Yeah, so this is going to be on the new cab with the Miz pack. I'm almost tempted. I mean, we're going to head to Joe's either today or tomorrow to pick up the artwork that he did, so I don't know. We're going to throw this back in just for now, but we will change it out. We'll probably do that later in the episode. But I just wanted to show you this. More operator hacks. All right, people. So what we did was we reworked everything, and I ended up putting the new block in here. I put in all new fuses, and we double checked on the Bob Roberts site. There were conflicting stuff. Some people said to put in slow blow, fast blow, different values. But these two on the bottom, like, you know, if this is the bottom of the board right here with the transformers on the left side, this one here is 5 amps, that's 5 amps, and this is 1 amp and 1 amp, and these are all fast blow fuses on this right side. Then on the left, these are slow blow, and they're 2 amp fuses. So I also replaced this thing down here, like you guys saw, but we also replaced the cord. So the cord is brand new, it's all in there, it's crimped from the last one we used, and we're gonna stick it in there, it should work. So we just have to recrimp this at a later date, because this is where it's a little flaky. All right, so that's in there. I'll fix it later. I wonder if this one...
And this goes to the monitor, right?
No, it won't work. Yeah. That monitor, you know, like I said, it's freaking complete. Doesn't want to discharge itself.
Yep.
Just plug them in.
Yeah.
I wonder. Oh, they're different. Okay. Well, this coin door is not going to coin up. We know that for a fact.
Yeah. So how are you going to make the gameplay?
It's free play right now, so I think we're okay for now. But eventually, I got to redo the wiring. So there's going to be a part 3 with cleaning this up. Should have done this when I was out, but all right. These like wires are so cheap when it comes to like their. All right. No. Put it in. I did it fast mode.
And there is a top one that can go on here, but
Oh, don't
I'd
worry.
say leave it off for right now. There it is.
And then this, it'll mess up, so I have to bend it the other way and hold it up. It's such a pain.
That's why I was saying maybe we should bolt this down so it's up.
Yeah, we might, but
You want to do it now?
I'm not gonna do it because I'm just gonna move it as we need it.
All right. Well, it has been transplanted.
Officially.
Ah, the coin mech lights come on. I don't hear anything.
Yeah. Hang on.
But it may be because I have the speaker
No.
wires.
It may just be. Let's let it warm up.
The coin mechs work.
Yeah. I have soft lights for that, but we'll. Hang on.
I don't see any neck glow.
Really?
Oh, no. I do.
No. I hear it. I'm just gonna do this because. There we go. Do that again. What I just did.
Is it on?
I hear a pop that it's turned on, then it dies. So it's that thing. It's acting weird. Hang on.
Is the marquee light on?
Yes.
It is. So the bulb works.
Yep. I'm telling you, it's that freaking. Oh, there we go. It's playing blind. I'll tell you why, because you didn't plug in the monitor. Died, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. Did you plug in the monitor, Jay? The RGB cable?
Yeah,
It's dead right now.
try pulling that out. It's this wire here.
Hang on.
Turn it off and see if I have it put in wrong.
Let me listen. Wait, hold on. When we turn it off, it should do static. Ready? None.
Dude, I guarantee it's just the wire's not in the right way.
Hang on, before we do anything. All right, let's test something real quick. Because I changed the fuses. I'm really worried about that. All right, all the fuses are good. So that means that they're all proper. We're good to go. So now why is it not getting power? So we'll figure it out in a second. We'll check this real quick. And I'll plug it back in. And then now we'll set it to AC voltage because I want to see what's going on with this plug here. So I'm turning it on again. You hear that pop? That's good. That means the board's on. Press player 1 twice. Keep going. Are you pressing?
Yeah.
You are? That's weird. It's just off again. Try this. Now do it. At least people can see why it doesn't work right. 17.96 volts coming from the monitor. Are you kidding me?
What's the matter?
17.06 volts AC power coming from the monitor. So there's something going on where it's not letting the power through. Oh, I know why. How about this? Let's try that.
That looks way nicer than the other one did.
120 volts. Booyah!
That one of the ones.
All right, so this is what happened. This right here was off. You see how it's off? It just desoldered itself. So we're going to go ahead and solder that back on. So what I did to fix the problem just now is I kind of leaned it on there so it's touching. And then I tested the voltage again on this thing right here. And it tested at 120. So it was at 17 before, so that's what it is. But everything happens for a reason, right? My Galaxian, remember the one we were trying to fix in the other episode? You can click up here if you want to see it. But I was getting low voltage on this. So I'm thinking that it is a problem with the block because it is connected and it's just not doing the output that it's supposed to. So I'm going to go ahead and swap this out on my other Galaxian and see if that helps. Fuse block and all that stuff. So it's kind of a clue as to why. So I was like, why is this at 17 on the other one? So there we go. That's the problem. So let's go ahead and fix this. We'll quickly solder it on. We'll turn it on and we'll have this game running again. So that's soldered on. This is on here. I know it's going to be 127. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn it on. Let me just plug it in. And it is plugged in. No, it's not. Here it is. All right, let's try it. There it goes. That's power. We got the game. You see it?
Not yet.
You hear the sparking on the...
I did.
No, I'm saying on this cup, the anode cup, I can hear
Yeah.
it going zzz, zzz, every now and then. It's not the best monitor setup, but... Did you press start?
Yeah, the game's not even
All right,
playing.
so I got to
well.
do this again.
There we go. Ooh.
Went away?
Uh,
Yeah, it should have won a...
reset. Yeah,
Huh?
power the game off. Like put in the interlock.
Uh-huh.
Wait a second.
Why? What happened?
Now do it.
Still dead? It's because of this.
Yeah, it's like scrambled garbage on the screen.
Right now?
Yeah.
Again?
Yeah.
All right. Hang on a second. I know why. This pin came out on the board.
Did it really?
How about that? I just got to tighten it. It's this thing connector right here. Is it doing anything?
Yeah, there's nothing on the screen.
All right, how about now?
Now, there it is. Push both start buttons and right to pause.
Press. See? I'm going to let go. It's going to shut off. Ready? This connector. It's terrible. So
I'm
it's
telling you,
basically this right here.
I would bolt it back for right now.
I can't even when I hold it any direction, it's getting worse is what's happening. So I'm just going to jam it down. Is that on?
It is on.
It's official, right?
It's official. We did it.
Nice. It's nice and loud too. Did you bolt this down?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. Because we weren't sure. It feels, and there's also, this wasn't missing before, for sure. So we'll have to find it. Let's try to get, oh. Well, guess what we're doing next episode, guys? We're going to repin that harness. Okay, so while he plays here, he's enjoying the game. That thing is still loose. We'll do that in a future episode where we repin it. But I'll do it like pretty in-depth so you guys can see. I'll do some on the workbench so you guys can see what's going on. But let me turn on this light here. I mean, this art, as you know, it's a little worn. This is actually the worst of the two sides, but this is typical for this. But everything else was so beautiful that we decided to go with this cabinet instead. Still a few nicks here and there, like somebody put FTW in there. And this is where it's all worn. I may touch that up. I'm not really sure how I do it. I may do it. I may just leave it. It's going to be in a row, and it does have a history to it. And of course, you see the harness went out on him. It's good now. So yeah, so at least we know how to fix it. It's a consistent problem. But it's really beautiful. It belongs. This is the right cabinet for it. We're going to get a brand new marquee. We're picking that up now from Joe's. We're going to pick up the bezel as well, and the control panel. We're not going to apply the control panel just yet. We'll do that a little later. Hopefully before the weather gets too bad, but we'll try to get that done. And then on this side, let me actually go over here. Try not to move his cabinet. So you guys already saw the back, so we're going to go over here. And this is a side that's better. So I cannot believe this was black.
I can.
He can. Jay's the one that did all the work. He's my arcade bitch.
Family-friendly show, man.
Anyway, just kidding. Thanks, Jay.
Yeah, no problem,
Do all
brother.
that. All right, so I guess at this point we're gonna end this episode. What I'm gonna do is like next time, once I get the marquee, we're gonna go over there now. We're heading out to New Jersey to hang out with Richie Knuckles, and then we're gonna head out. Probably see Joe beforehand and grab this stuff. But I won't put it in this episode. I'll just save it for the next episode. We'll do the repinning, and we'll kind of put the finishing touches on it so that this is a solid cabinet, and we'll be good to go. I'm actually thinking about leaving that over there. There's something scratched on the side. It says Rex loves hope.
Rex does love hope.
It's kind of like one of those things on a tree, but I may leave it because
It's arcade
part of
hieroglyphs.
history. Yeah, exactly. Arcade hieroglyphs for sure.
I just went through the ghost again, by the way.
Nice. Third time, really? Wow. So he's gone through the ghost 3 times. It's really hard to do, but you can do it. All right, guys, so I guess don't forget to subscribe as you guys do. We're doing really well. It's a lot of fun to do this. We're having a ton of episodes. And Jay's having a good time with the new cab that we worked really hard. He did, thanks for transferring all that stuff. We did it as a team, and the block is nice and clean. So, awesome. So, okay. I'm on Twitter, @Del's Arcade. If you guys want to message me there, you can. Again, that Ninja Gaiden is for sale. That's the one that used to be in here. And then this is the old cabinet right here. You can see the difference. It's just it's like night and day. There's that one there, and this one over here. So this is all original stenciling, and the fact that it was underneath that black paint really just floors me right now how it recovered it. So, yep. So I guess we'll see you in the next one. Later, Jay. Want to say bye? Yep, we'll see you in the next one. Take care.